Welcome to another episode, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And Jefe and Wack100 have agreed to squabble up. Yes, we all know they have been going back and forth on the internet. They got into it. And Jefe had called Wack100 out for squabble in one of his videos, what have you. But now Wack100 just called in to No Jumper. They were having a live, 4 hour and 10 minute, 28-second live. They had all of them sitting there, Munchie B, Spody Face, the whole crew. And Wack100 happened to call in. Was it a play? Was it a setup? I don't know. But he called in. I don't think so, but he called in. And Jefe was right there. And Wack100 is talking about fighting some dude named Ruger or something. And Jefe said, man, what's up with you squabbling me? What's up with that squabble? You calling talking about squabbling this dude Ruger. What's up with that fight I called you out for, or what have you. And Wack said, man, let's do it. Let's squabble up. We squabble up right there at No Jumper on the side of the building. We ain't got to talk about it on the internet. And Jefe said, all right, bet. So it looks like a squabble is really on between these two coming up, bro. They set a date. Supposed to happen in a couple of weeks or something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get into it.
Jones getting locked out of studios and shit. He ain't trying to pay for that.
Why am I getting a phone call from Wack100 right now? I gotta at least give it a shot. He hasn't tried in months.
Yo.
Wait, we live. What's up?
Hey, ain't Ruger the guy that came in and you kind of got into it with him?
Yeah.
We finna whoop his ass.
Nah, but we're cool now, though. We're supposed to do a podcast in a couple of days or something.
Late. That's all I remember.
I already know what you're talking about. Am I allowed to say that on the podcast?
I don't give a fuck. It's 2 weeks, nigga. We squabbling up in 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
I don't give a fuck about who knows. I don't care about that.
I know.
When the name came to me, I said, I think that's the dude that was talking crazy to Adam.
Yeah. Nah, that's going to be insane. All right.
It's going down.
Hey, Wack.
We gonna fight him.
And Jefe said,
let me get that fade, man. Why you trying to fight Ruger?
nah, he's talking about someone else.
We talking about me and you?
Yeah, for Wack.
We can do that right there.
He said, you talking about me and you? Who you think he talking about? He been said that. He been said let him get that fade. I don't know. And Jefe got a little smirk on his face, but he said, let me get that fade. He said, why you trying to fight Ruger? Again, I don't know who Ruger is, but okay. Wack said, you talking about me and you? Let's continue.
He had No Jumper on the side in the alley.
All right, bet.
We ain't gotta do no clout.
All right, bet.
You the main one talking about keep street shit off the motherfucking internet, right?
Man, look, man.
Y'all live.
Man,
so listen, we're
look.
gonna do the fight on the 14th, Adam. Because Jason got his schedule was low. He had some other shit lined up.
All right. And I'll,
All
yeah.
right, so that's who it's gonna be.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, so all right.
Blueface fighting Ruger.
Interesting.
What happened to Swag?
In Miami. Swaggy P is another one. That's in May.
So like,
Oh, so he gonna take this before Swag?
He don't even give a fuck. He's down to fight every month.
Blueface is a professional boxer.
I see what's the name trying to get down with him too. Ocho Cinco said on Bloods. He
Yeah,
whoop him
yeah.
on the dead.
Hold on. So did what you
Fuck
call it
me
say
up.
something first?
Where Ocho from?
I don't know. You obviously.
Now, as I said, this live is for 4 hours. They went on. And in fact, they were talking about eating a woman's backside. Munchie B they were clowning the whole time a little bit, talking about eating a woman's backside, him and Spody and all this. I didn't get into any of that stuff. But so Blueface is supposed to fight this guy, Ruger, whoever the hell Ruger is. I do know, of course, who Blueface is. Running a little content on him, the rapper who I guess Wack100 manages or what have you, or used to. I don't know what's going on. But there you have it. I mean, Wack called in, happened to call in. Adam said, why am I getting this phone call from Wack? Hey, we're live. Letting them know that they were live. And that Aunt Jefe was right there. And Aunt Jefe spoke up first, I suppose, said something. Hey, Wack, why you trying to fight Ruger? Let me get that fade. And then Wack said what he said. Well, he said, you talking about me and you? Yeah. And then Wack said, well, okay, we can squabble right there. No Jumper in the alley on the side of the building or something he just said, right? We ain't got to talk about it on the internet. He said, you the main one talking about keep street stuff off the internet. So why you calling me out on the internet? Let's handle it right there. No Jumper in the alley. And Ash said, okay. So, we'll see. It appears to be set in stone now that Wack just agreed to the squabble. There's no more talking about it. And they're going to squabble up as soon as Wack hit no jumper. Let's continue for a minute and see what else these dudes talking about.
Blueface said that he could whoop Ocho Cinco, and that Ocho Cinco today on Shannon Sharp's show agreed to it.
Hey, I don't think he can though. I think he got Ruger NBA dude Nick Young. So I don't think he got Ocho Cinco though.
Munchie B, where's Ocho Cinco from?
I don't know what state he from.
No, I'm talking about what hood. He's talking about Bloods. You know he from?
Yeah, on blood.
No, that's the first
I
time
mean, he spent some time out here though because he went to Santa Monica College.
Okay, but let's not get distracted. We are gonna finally find out who reigns supreme. We're talking about the two most gangster cities in the United States: Los Angeles and Chicago. Ruger representing Chicago, Blueface representing LA. That's gonna be a crazy fight. I'm going out there for that for sure.
Who's Ruger?
Ruger is
That's the one that got up on Adam and Crip Mac saved him.
Well, Crip Mac wasn't there. That was you're thinking of Famous Richard.
Oh, okay.
Nah, but he did get dragged out by security, basically. So that was. But we talked.
That's when I started tripping.
I got a Ruger interview coming up, and now it makes way more sense because we're gonna be able to talk about that. But Ruger, Ruger looks like he could definitely fight. But him and Blueface, that's gonna be really interesting.
I got Blueface.
Kind of like.
I think Blueface is taller.
Yeah, do y'all know who the hell Ruger is?
It seems like he would hit hard.
Thicker.
Yeah, he's a little. Yeah, he's more stocky. He's been fat longer. Blueface is a new fat guy.
I'm gonna have to research this Ruger dude, so I guess it's about to be a big deal. Blueface is finna squabble Ruger in Miami in 2 weeks. That's what another thing Wack said on the phone. This is what they're discussing now. I don't know who Ruger is though. Do you all know? Let me know.
Wait, let's see if we can get any kind of. I doubt we can find any measurements on Ruger, but man, they caught earlier though. I was trying to convince Brandress. I was telling him Crip Mac and Blueface is the fight to make.
Nah, man, that ain't gonna be a good fight, dude.
No, they don't even understand. They don't. The Brandress. They don't know that these are territories that don't get along. I'm like, that'd be the Crip battle for the ages. It's not even.
Crip Mac and Blueface. So Adam wants Crip Mac to squabble Blueface instead of Ruger because their hoods don't get along, and this would just be the fight for the ages.
Even that, I feel like
is y'all looking for a good fight or just like some?
I mean, you don't want to see the Crips do battle?
Dummies don't beef with the schoolyards no more.
yeah,
They don't?
Yeah, I don't care about the beef. I'm just talking about the fight. It ain't gonna be a good fight, bro.
You don't think that'd be a good fight?
No.
All right, shit.
That's a money fight for sure, though.
Allegedly, though, if he's able to travel, Crip Mac is going to be on the same brand risk card.
How would Munchie know it's not going to be a good fight? I'm just curious. Seriously, he never seen neither one of them. The hell?
Hard. He's trying to figure out right now if he can travel. So
he can travel. He just got to holler at his people. They let you travel.
I mean, it's going to be the best weekend of my life getting to see the Blueface versus Ruger and Crip Mac versus Blank, which they're still working out right now.
Oh, I could find it.
And it's retaining the business too. They let you travel. Feds let you travel.
Yeah.
Is it the no jumper cast gonna be enough?
All right, so you talking about some squabbles and all that now. They went on for hours, as I said. Let me know what you think in the comments. There you go. Wack100 called in at Jefe, asked him for the fade outright. Was able to speak to him instead of, making the content, making a video about it or whatever. He spoke directly to Wack, as we just heard, and said, what's up with that fade? Let me get that fade while you trying to squabble Ruger. Wack didn't really want to talk about it, apparently, over the internet, or right there on No Jumper just now, said, we ain't got to talk about it. You don't want to say don't talk on the internet. We handle it right there at No Jumper in the alley. Okay, bet. So we'll see what happens, man. Their beef is still going. Apparently, and Jefe wants to fade. He wants to get the squabble out of the way, I guess, in order to resolve the beef. This happens sometimes in the culture. You squabble up, shake hands, and you move on. We'll see what transpires here. Stay safe and stay free, people.